I got a surprise for you guys. And as you can read from the title, you might understand where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a mommy place. I had mommy tingling feeling. You feel me? Like, picture the face, look at the face, look at the face. I'm about to take it off though. But I have mommy tingly feelings. And so I felt like putting up a mom vlog. Just basically coming to talk to my already moms, my soon to be moms, my planning on moms. And I had a couple questions because I feel in my soul that this has to be talked about. It has to be brought up. So I interviewed a couple of my friends, and one of my friends, we are doing a collab. And so her name is Julisia. I'm gonna, aka Ambo, I'm going to leave a description here and also in the comment box below, the description box below. So I'm excited. So you have to go to her page to see the other part, but I have three of my friends, and we're basically answering questions from our perspective, from what we went through, and what we know, and we're gonna try to answer this in the most blunt way possible. You feel me? Okay, so
there were a few things that I wasn't told about. Well, I mean, I was told, but it was false. I know that each and every one of us are different in our unique ways, but when my feet swell, they grew and they didn't go back. I'm a normal size 9. Normal size, what? I'm a 9 in women. I buy a 10 because I hate to break into shoes. So I'll buy a whole size bigger and maybe wear like a sock or two. But the way shoes are made, it's not like that a huge of a difference. I have to buy 11s now because now I'm a natural 10. So my shoes that are a 10 right now, it fit me like super tight. My feet never, like my feet still look pregnant. Like if I take a picture of my feet, you'd be like, bitch, are you still pregnant? But yeah, nobody ever prepared me for things to just not go back to normal. And then talking about things not going back to normal, my legs are still swollen. Like my calves are still swollen to this day. I've checked it out. I'm totally normal, which is I think is bogus, but something happens to me, they'll get sued. But that's another thing, like my swelling, like things that grew never went back. Nobody ever prepared me that I possibly may not have that bond with my daughter as far as breastfeeding. I didn't know that women couldn't produce milk. I thought that was something that just was so natural that us women just create being pregnant. I didn't know that some women couldn't produce milk, and I am one of them. I couldn't give that type of, well, I couldn't. Like I felt like, no, I didn't feel like it didn't happen. I didn't have that bond with my daughter like I wanted to. I wanted her to know like this is my mom. This is the one that will nurture me. This is the one that would guide me and help me. Like I felt like I didn't have that moment with her. I felt like she would cuddle with me like she'll cuddle with her grandma and her dad. So I didn't feel special. I didn't feel like me carrying her for 10 months and pushing her out like made me stand out than anybody else. And that hurt me to the core. Like I was so stressed out. I don't want to cry. I was so stressed out. Like I didn't have that bond with her. I didn't have that unique special bond. And I didn't have postpartum.
When I first found out that I was pregnant, it was scary. My mom supported me. My boyfriend at the time supported me because now he's my fiance. So he supported me. My grandmother supported me, but I did have family members who doubted me, who said that I wasn't ready, who said that I should have been married first, or I should have had my own place, and I had so much more in life. But at the time, I was 24. I went to college. I had a good job. Nobody is ever ready to become a mother. That's one thing. People sit and wait and say, oh, when I get this age and I have this type of money, I'm going to have a house, a car, then I'll have a child. You will never be ready. You will have all that stuff and still not be ready. When I found out when I found out that I was pregnant, I was scared as hell. I didn't know what to do. I'm the only child. I never cared for a baby like this before. I didn't know how to change a diaper. I didn't know how to make a bottle. I didn't know how to bathe the baby. I didn't know how to do hair, if it was a girl, if she was a girl, or if she was a boy. Many thoughts start running through your mind, like, am I really supposed to do this? What if I don't do this? It's scary. But once you go through pregnancy and you see the body changes, my skin was glowing for a while. And then after a while, like, people make pregnancy, it's like, oh, so it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing. But damn, like, when you start getting bigger and you can't see your feet and you can't shave your legs and, you know, that other place you be shaving, it gets like, damn, like, I'm really about to do this. It was times when you just be breaking out in sweats. You can't sleep. I was going to the bathroom like every 10 seconds because she's laying on your bladder. And then it's like every other week you got to go to a doctor's appointment. Every morning you got to pop a prenatal pill. It's difficult. Pregnancy is beautiful, but it is difficult. And like all these TV shows, they be all pregnant with beautiful hair. And no. After a couple of months pass by, you ain't going to want to put on no makeup. All you're going to do is put on some lip gloss and keep it pushing. It was so hard. Like, and my child wasn't even that big. Like, I didn't gain that much weight, but it still was a struggle. I was going to work up until like 35 weeks and taking a bus. Like, people don't even get up for you on the bus no more and they see you pregnant. And then you get like those stares because I was 24 going on 25, but I don't look the age. I didn't look that age. So a lot of older women would stare at me and be like, oh, look at you, you teenage and you pregnant. But I wasn't a teenager. So some people would be grateful for you and some people just gonna hate. But when I gave birth, I was induced because my child was 4 pounds. And I was on, I forgot what it's called. Basically, like, I was on high risk because my child was so small and it was going on 38 weeks. She was only 4 pounds, but she was healthy. While I was induced, it took me maybe like I went in around like 6 o'clock and I wasn't placed into a room until about like 7 o'clock that next morning because so many people was giving birth. So after I got me a room, they put me on Pitocin. Now, when you're being induced, Pitocin, when it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, it's fine. But once your water break, Lord Jesus, that's when them pains start kicking in. And people be like, oh, them pains, I could do it naturally. No, not me. I could not do it naturally because that shit hurt like hell. Soon as they broke my water, 2 seconds later, I was screaming for epidural. And I think that was the best thing that they ever gave me. But then it's like, after they do that, they don't tell you that you got to put a catheter inside you. That's one thing I didn't know because I'm like, yeah, I'm getting epidural. But they do not tell you need a catheter. So, but you don't feel it. You don't feel nothing. And luckily, thank you, Jesus, maybe like an hour later, my daughter was being born. I didn't know how to push. My doctor screamed at me, you're doing it wrong because this is my first child. I didn't know how to push. So he said that I was pushing wrong. And I just wanted to punch him in his face.
So, honestly, I don't think anyone is prepared when it comes to being a parent. It's like how my father said, the toughest job in the world. You still a parent, and you're still a parent even when your kids are grown and old. You know they don't want to hear what you have to say.
but you still have to parent them. You still have to give them wisdom. You still have to give them advice. They still come to you for everything, and you still come to them for just love and everything like that. Like, as a parent, you just want to love your kids as much. I mean, I know I do as a mom. I don't know how other parents are, but I am. So I care a lot about it. Was I prepared? No. Suyen took me on a ride. That kid, she's the one. I can say my story, as in the typical picket white fence and happily married couple. I'm not married. I am a single mom, and that noise though is making me, I'm getting annoyed. So I am a single mom, and it was hard. It was very hard. I was not prepared at all, like I said, and the situation I was put in with her father, it just threw me completely in, as in, I'm just a single mom and that's it. That's all I'm gonna be. So, did I want to be a single mom? No. But at the end of the day, I had to take care of my responsibilities as a mom. Regardless if I wasn't perfect at it, regardless if I wasn't prepared on how many diapers to buy. Oh my gosh, I was just so lost when it comes to purchasing diapers or formula at first, or just anything, because remember, all this is new to you. So you being prepared as a parent, I know a lot of parents say like, yeah, I want to be prepared and I want to do this and I want to make sure this is right. You can't plan a kid. Some people do. You got money, you can, but you really can't plan a kid. You can't plan to be fully prepared. While you have that 9 months while you're pregnant, take that 9 months and physically, emotionally, and mentally prepare yourself of having a kid, because you need to remember this. As a mom, and my aunt told me this, that kid is yours before it's his or anyone else. That kid is yours. She or he will stick to you first, because the role as in being a mom is the serious role. And they look for you to be like, mommy, I need help on this, or mommy, can you help me do this, or mommy, mommy. It's always mommy. Daddy is fun. Daddy is this, and daddy is full of life, and it's crazy. But I can say I was not prepared, and do I wish that I was? No. I honestly, I feel like this is all a learning experience, and it's making me a better person than what I was before. I'm growing, and I'm growing with her, and I'm learning myself the same way I'm learning her. I'm still not prepared. My child is 8 years old, and guess what? Every time they hit another age, they hit another milestone, you're learning a whole entirely new person all over again. And it's just mind-blowing to me because I'm like, what do you mean you don't like this no more? What am I supposed to do? So, I mean, people see me as a very chill, laid-back mom. I have to, because I have to play that role as I'm the fun dad, and I gotta be the serious mom. And sometimes that sucks, to be honest. I don't always want to be the serious mom and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm a goofball. I love to play all day. I love to watch cartoons all day. Like, come on. So, with that being said, I was not prepared.
And so I was the type of person where I felt like the internet was my best friend, and every second, every minute, every breath that I could take, I was YouTubing stuff, I was Googling stuff, I was doing research. My baby, once I found out that I was pregnant, my baby, I wanted to know everything about my baby. I wanted to know what my baby was going through. So I felt like I knew a lot. Like, you could ask me a question, I knew about it. I knew about like most of the baby events that was happening around. I wanted to go to everything. Me and my mom was like at hip, like we was at it, right? Okay, so I don't feel like I was fully prepared, but I felt like I was doing so much research. I was on the move. Like I was knowledgeable about a lot. But I don't feel like I was prepared. Financially, I don't feel like I was prepared. Mentally, I don't feel like I was prepared. Physically, I don't feel like I was prepared. Because I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be the best mom. I wanted to be the best everything for this little girl. And so there was never going to be a time where I felt like I was prepared, period. But overall, no, I was not prepared. And the reason why I say I wasn't prepared, this goes into the next question, is because I felt like everything was going to flow perfectly. I felt like I was going to breastfeed. So let me read the second question.
I didn't feel special. I didn't feel wanted. You know, I kind of felt like, okay, well, I can just not be here and she'll be taken care of. You know, I didn't want her to have that anybody else to depend on but me. And I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know that could happen, you know? And that was a huge shock for me and a huge disappointment. But, you know, as she got older and she started to grow, I noticed that she didn't know who I am. She, you know, we did have that special moment, you know, the smell and the touch and the feel, she knows. But it's like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. But she's healthy, she's beautiful, so I did something right. You know, I as soon as I couldn't give her what was so natural to us women, I kind of felt like I already failed as a parent. And she's just entered this world and I couldn't even give her that. I couldn't even help her. I couldn't do anything. I had no control over it. And I just felt useless. But I don't feel that way anymore. And I feel like there are just certain things that nobody can prepare you for because everything is different. Everybody is different. And everybody's like situation is different. And I don't know, if I had to tell somebody what to expect being a parent, is probably the what would be my advice? I would just tell them, expect the unexpected. Well, we all know, expect sleepless nights. I wouldn't probably give any advice. I would just say, just believe in your intuition, believe in what your gut tells you to, listen to your child, learn the signs, and take it day by day. And that was scary. Take it day by day and just live in the moment and learn and grow with your child, and everything else will fit into place. And I'm still learning till today, and every day changes, and every day is a new mystery, and every day is a new beginning with my child. And it's a beautiful, as cliche as this is, like, children are blessings, and it's such a beautiful time in your life where you have somebody that looks up to you, and just the process of them growing is super amazing. And I wouldn't want it to be any other way than the way that it happened. Every down that I had just made me stronger, and every doubt that I had That was disgusting. That was my stomach. But yeah, I was never prepared for this. And my daughter is amazing. And I'm happy.
Felt like I couldn't breastfeed. That's one. And I'm gonna get down and dirty with y'all. I had got hemorrhoids because I was pushing so hard. And then on top of that, Kennedy's head was so big that they had to like cut me. And then I took castor oil like the day before she was born. And we was in the hospital that night. So everything was just like a basic rush. Like I said, I did a lot of research. So I was like, how is my baby gonna come earlier? How is my baby gonna come earlier? I didn't think of the cons. I only thought of the pros, and the pro was getting my baby here. And so I was really, and Kennedy was really blessed that nothing wrong happened to her. The only thing was that I had got a fever while I was in labor and pushing, and so they had to monitor her to make sure it didn't pass on to her. Anything didn't pass on to her when I was getting that fever. But other than that, like, just being depressed of being in the hospital and I can't really move, and Tay is able to go up and down the stairs and show my family members her, and I can't even move. The hardest thing of hearing was the doctor saying to me, like, I was gonna come looking for you, because I'm like, who is her mom? And I'm like, why would you say that to me? Like, it was to the point I couldn't even sit downstairs with her in the NICU because my bottom was hurting. I was uncomfortable. I was drained. I was tired. It was horrible. Like, that was the most, and I'm a crybaby, so that was the most emotional part. I just wanted to spend time with my baby. I wanted to bond with my baby. I wanted to be with my baby the whole time I was in the hospital. I didn't want to be in my bed. But I couldn't move. Like, I was in so much pain. So that was one thing. What else do I feel like I wasn't prepared for? So my baby had she has eczema. Also, it goes from when she was a tiny baby and she used to, her skin would like peel so much, and it would just be like, me and Tay laugh about it now because we like, girl, you went through some stuff, some rough stages. She's always pretty, but she went through some rough stages, child. But yeah, so I wasn't prepared about that, like the eczema part. I wasn't prepared that I couldn't breastfeed her. That was like, oh my gosh, wringing out some clothes, poo on clothes, and I had to, because I don't got it. So you gotta hand wash the clothes and then put them in the washing machine. I wasn't prepared for that. Getting formula, like, Kennedy loves milk, so I'm still going through it with just milk, period. She likes milk, so we buying milk, 2 things of milk like every other day. Like, it's crazy. The attitude, the legit, the attitude, sis, the attitude. But it's so much. It's just so much. It's a list. But what I can say is, she is my best friend, and I am absolutely obsessed with this little girl. I will break my back for this little girl. Like, she is the world to me. And I just thank God for giving her to me, to us. She is like, every day is just like, she does amazing things. She says amazing things that will have you like, where did you get this from? Like, Kennedy Riley Hayes is just so amazing. She's a dope kid. She's a dope ass kid, y'all. And so oh my gosh, everything I went through, I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. And I just thank God for keeping us healthy, for getting us through each and every day, for her waking up, for her breathing, for her smiling. Like, being a mom is an amazing thing. So whatever you're going through, my pregnant sister, fight. You got this. You got this. Because in the end, it will be the best feeling, and it will be you can't explain it. You can't explain the feeling. You just have to go through it. The most we could do is just tell you how we went through it, but you have to go through it to understand it. So
let's talk about Catalia. I have to do a labor and delivery video, and I'm thinking about doing it after of my story, because a lot of people didn't understand what I was physically and mentally going through as being pregnant, and it takes a toll on your body completely. With Suyen, my pregnancy was amazing. Like, I was happy. I mean, I was fat. They call me Theodore. But I was still cute, you know. But I was happy, and I was full of joy. I had so much energy. I was jumping around places and stuff like that. I was walking every day, everywhere. And I was in New York anyway, on top of that. So my pregnancy with CM was really great. I did not worry about a lot of things when it came to that. After this kid, so yeah, let me tell you, this kid is a workout. She definitely can take a run for your money. I gotta pray for her. She may be going to be the one hitting the clubs, because I'm not that one. But Catalia was totally different. That pregnancy scared me completely. I honestly thought I wasn't gonna be here after it. That's how I felt. A lot of people didn't know that, and I get choked up about it here and there because of the pain I was going through, and it wasn't normal, and my doctor was just like, you're okay, da-da-da, and they kept pushing it aside. But doctors in Florida are crap. Seriously. They are horrible, and I wish I had my baby in New York. But hey, it is what it is. I'm here now, and I'm happy, and I'm glad. But one thing I wasn't warned about was the gaining the weight, the stretch marks. No one warned me about the stretch marks. And yes, I have stretch marks, and I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care to talk about it. But the gaining the weight, the stretch marks, and pushing that baby out. Oh my God, I definitely have to do a labor and delivery story. Because the things that ran through my head pushing the second one out, I really thought I wasn't gonna make it. And plus, on top of that, with me getting an epidural because of my first birth, I did it all natural. I did no drugs, no epidural, no nothing. So yay, I was super excited, and I'm like, if I can do that, then I can do anything when it comes to this world. Like, let's be honest, that's do or die. I will die on that table, technically. Let's just be honest. So me doing it all natural, you know what? More power to me. I need to stop moving this chair though, you know? But with Catalia, I did not. I got the epidural. I thought it would be the best decision. Just always go with your gut feeling when it comes to stuff like that. I think it was the best decision I made when it came to the labor and delivery, because if I had to do it natural again, I maybe would have passed out, or I don't know. It wouldn't have been a pretty sight for my family, let's just say that. So I'm glad that I went with my gut instinct and said, yeah, let me sign those papers for that drugs, because I need all them drugs right now. I was like, hospital, give it to me. They were like, sign. I was like, once he popped that, dang, the amniotic sac, I can't even pronounce it right. Like, come on, with the sac. Once he popped that in my water, man, oh man, and this is for the second one. Man, oh man, oh man. Like, everything just started hitting me. My cramps were on 1,000. It was just like, these contractions are, I can't even call it cramps. I don't know. I felt like someone was taking a bat and beating me with the bat. But I'll go into that later. With Catalia, what was I wasn't warned about? I say the sickness. So you never got sick as much, and Catalia is getting sick a lot down here in Florida, and it's so moist in the ear, so it's very easy for them to catch a cold in Florida. That's why I was always sick or some weird stuff going on down here. But ugh, that's just Florida, to be honest. It is what it is. In New York, Cian barely got sick. But I can say those are the two things that was warned, that I wasn't warned about. I mean, it was nothing too crazy right about now because I'm in a very simple stage with my kids. So I feel like I'm in a good place.
When I got home, I was losing my mind because she didn't sleep. I got PTSD. I had PTSD for about 2 weeks. I would just sit and cry literally every day in the shower, and nobody would know because I thought I did something wrong. I thought this is not what I was supposed to do. My life is over. But that was nothing but the devil talking to me, because after them 2 weeks passed, I got myself together and now I became the best mother that I could be. Even though it was hard, motherhood is hard, and I give props to all the single parents out there, because even like when my fiance is at work, it is a lot of work to do. And I don't understand how mothers walk around and they could hurt their child. When I look at my daughter every day, like, I'm obsessed with this little girl because she changed me. She makes me a better person. What else about motherhood that they don't tell you? They don't tell you that being a first mom is scary. If my daughter sneezed or coughed or a runny nose, we was running to the hospital. Because it's like they're so delicate, they can't talk, they so precious. You don't know what to do. And I have to tell people, I'm a first-time mother, so don't judge me, because I'm going to make sure my child is okay. If I got to sit in the emergency room all night just because she got a little cough, I'm sitting there. But motherhood is great. Don't let nobody discourage you. You will never be ready. You could have $1 million in your bank account, and you will never be ready if you don't sit down and put your mind to it. Be a great mother, because kids look up to you. You know, your child looks up to you. Everything that I do, my daughter is following me. She's watching what I do. She's looking at me, and it just gives you the urge to just become a better person. It's not easy. It's very hard, but you'll get used to it. Like, life, you created this life. Like, what would you be doing if you didn't have your child? Like, how would your life be? That's what I think about every day. And honestly, I think if I didn't have my child, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be engaged. I probably wouldn't have my own place. It's just, everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you just gotta go through the storm to get to the light, and never doubt yourself.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I just wanted to get a couple of other women, their point of view and how they felt. And everybody goes through everything differently. But what I can say that we all went through together is that we are blessed and we have the best kids ever. Like, the feeling of waking up to your child, the feeling of seeing that beautiful face every single day is just a blessing. So what we all could say is fight, 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 sister. Fight, my pregnant sister. Fight, my sister that's trying to get pregnant, because it will happen. It will happen. And when it does happen, you will be so happy that you fought for this. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. My mom's out there. My dad's out there. I love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.
So to throw in my question is, do you believe kids are expensive?